Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dominion Gaming TV. My name is Wolf and I am bringing to you some more grand final action of the high school Starcraft League. Let's introduce our two players. First of all, on the map Antigua Shipyard, spawning in the bottom left hand side, we have ourselves the Protoss player. His name is Untitled, playing for Melbourne High School. Yes. Spawning in the top right hand side, in cross spawn location, he is the Terran. He is red, playing for Bourne High. His name is Redemption. Alright, so now let me quickly explain something about the last match. There was only one game in the best of three folder. So that was the very first game, and that was it. So I'm not 100% sure what actually happened. I'm not sure if there was only that one game that was played, or the other files weren't in the replay, but I did ask, and if I remember rightly, with the two games, they were one apiece. I do believe, I think Bowen took that one. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll have to work it out after these games have been casted, because depending on the winner of like the last game, the 2v2 decider, it'll work out who wins. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So it's going to be a one rack. It's not going to be going for anything super cheesy. We'll be getting a bunch of SCVs, getting a gas for the Protoss, more than likely going to be getting a Stalker or Sentry or something of the sort, or maybe just to get Warp Gate when he needs to. It is all a possibility. The probe will get out of the base, and a SCV will be going out across the map to be able to check out what is happening and what his opponent is doing. Still getting up those mighty SCVs. Now the Cybernetics core, I would assume, would be on the way right now. Yep, that is the case. He will indeed have enough gas to get the Cybernetics get the warp gate as soon as possible. Going to be credit boosting down on that Nexus to get as many probes as possible. The orbital command, not the observation deck. Far out. Expand on the way, coming for Redemption, going that one racks expand. Standard is standard, going for a more macro centric game, I guess. Now I wonder if Untitled will expand at the back of this or put on some sort of pressure. Either way, it is a possibility. One Zealot is now complete, now getting a Stalker and Warp Gate at the same time. The Zealot will run over to the left hand side and absolutely miss the SCV. The SCV will get out unscathed and return back to base to get back to mining or building buildings. Now we've got two Marines at the top of the ramp with some epic micro. You could probably out micro a Zealot, but maybe not a Stalker as well. But it looks like nothing of the sort is going to happen, or any sort of pressure like that. Expand is now on the way for Untitled. Going to be placing down two extra racks here. That extra racks is very standard. Going to be getting a gas or maybe two on top of that. Either way, putting down a bunker on the front of the ramp so that any sort of push up the ramp will be thwarted as well. For example, having this Stalker poke up and try to get past the bunker, it will die very quickly. Now some SCVs being transferred over to the natural. I'm not sure if transferring SCVs is still the way to go, but apparently it is. Now Stalker coming up over here, going to be heading its way up the ramp, seeing what it can have a look at. The Marines are actually very well spread out here. Going to be moving into the bunker. Going to be getting some only shield damage onto there. Going to be filling up that bunker. Now a robotics bay is on a facility. Yeah, facility is on the way, as well as a second gate. Warp gate is almost finished and 9/10 complete. Nexus as well as in a similar state right now. Another gateway on the way. The robotics facility is actually in a really bad location. It's all surrounded by gateways, which means it won't be able to get out its units quicker to the front of the map, but that's okay. Second gas now taken, double gas taken by Redemption. Meaning there's only that plus that on it on minerals, which isn't that bad. It's almost a full base of saturation wise. Now getting that stim for those Marines, soon to be I guess a factory, or to get the starport sometime soon. For the meantime, just going to be pumping out as many Marines as possible. There is that factory as predicted. Now the gateways have not been transformed into warp gates yet, but that will be happening sometime soon. Second observer is on the way. First observer more than likely going to be going up from the south of the base and going up to check what is happening. Double reactor is now on the way for the initial of barracks and the third barracks that went down. Immortal on the way, as well as getting a sentry. Just going to be playing very standard here, not really feeling like putting on pressure and just waiting for the late game. Now the engineering bay is on the way. The observer will come in here and see absolutely everything, as well as the starport and the reactor on that factory. Now heading over to the natural, checking out exactly what is happening over here and seeing that it is standard as standard, and that gas timing as well. +1 is on the way for those bio units of our Terran player Redemption. Now the Immortal is now complete, going to be getting a second one. I don't exactly know why he's doing this, maybe because he's going to Immortal crash the bunker. It is a possibility, but Marines do extra damage to Immortals because they are small arms fire to the hardened shields of the Immortal. Now double gas on the natural as well, and has been for some time. In fact, quite a bit of gas has been mined from each of these. Now I'm not going to do math live on air because I will more than likely fail. Getting his first pair of medevacs, I do believe that is the case. Yes, getting his first pair of medevacs at about 9 minutes 20. No, we'll make it 9 minutes 30 more than likely. Yeah, 9:30 will be when it comes out, and it's going to be just very standard timing. Now taking his third Untitled, feels that he should take that third before even actually getting quite a sufficient force. But then again, he does have quite a large army and should be able to hold off a lot of hold off for a fair bit of time if he was pushed out. But no, that's actually a lot of Marines. Actually, that's a metric ton of Marines right now. His +1 timing, as well as possibly his combat shield upgrade, it could line up with this very well. The stim is now complete, or has been complete for some time. Going to be putting on a lot of pressure here right now. Going to be killing down that probe at the main. Now the Nexus is almost complete, so he'll have to cancel it now or never. 2 extra gateways are on the way, as well as more zealots. He sees that the composition is mainly Marines, so more zealots will actually be good. But he just doesn't have enough forces right here. First Colossus is on the way. Scan does go down and sees what he has. The Marines are going to be going up here, putting on a bit more pressure. They go in there. He stims, but he gets caught. A lot of his Marines can't actually get out. Like half his Marines can't get out. He does get lifted up, and it does kill quite a few of Marines. They're cutting that force down in half. Now the Marines are rallied across the map. Double medevac drop going up into the main. Does he see this? He does, because of the observer. The observer scouts everything. The medevacs do go up, down into the top of the base. He's going to be going down there. Zealots being warped in right next to the Marines. He's going to be going in there, seeing what he can do. Going to be shooting down all these Marines as really quickly. Is he going to start down one of the medevacs? No, he does not. Marines going to be going down, stimming into the natural, seeing what they can do. Probably going to be able to pick off this pylon here. And no, they go for the robotics bay, and the forces are close enough. The drop goes back down into the top of the base, and he will put on some more pressure and kill off that pylon over there, stimming in, and going to be able to do whatever he wants. The Colossus is there. He needs to be really careful that the probes are going to be going onto the medevacs. The medevacs do what they can. The Marines are stimming in there and not knowing what they can do. Stims up into the third and will probably try and snipe that off. The forces can go over, but he does have a Colossus here and will be able to do whatever he needs to do. There's some zealots there as well. The Marines aren't really focus firing the Colossus. There's some units here that could easily try and kill the Colossus. The Colossus is going to be running into the reinforcements of Redemption. The Colossus is taking a lot of damage, and now the Colossus goes down because of that Marauder doing so much damage. But what does Redemption have? Redemption has 3 Marines inside the main base of Untitled. Warp-in could easily fix that another Marine as well. Going to be focus firing down onto those shields. The shields taking quite a bit of damage. The third is actually still up in the red on half health, slowly regenning those shields right now. Decided to back off right here. Redemption decides to hightail it home and defend, getting that +1 upgrade, as well as getting additional barracks and that Marauder's concussive shell, getting his third as well. I do believe that I just said that. Double Forge did go down during that fight. He will be credit boosting out +1/+1, as well as getting that extended thermal lance. 2 additional robotics facility are on the way. This is more than likely for getting out additional Colossus here and make a metric fuck ton of those Colossus. Now an armory is on the way, more than likely to continue those upgrades. A second second eBay is now on the way, as well as getting some Vikings to be able to deal with the Colossus that is on the threat that is on the way. Marine Marauder is the choice build here from Redemption, deciding to go Marine Marauder overall. That's actually quite a large number of Vikings. He's got 6 of them there, which will be able to focus fire down one of the Colossus really quickly. They got some Zealots over here protecting anything from drop right there, as well as a cannon which will negate a lot of damage being done. Now a double Colossus is on the way at a time +2 attack is on the way for those Marines. Now pushing out across the map again with a large number of Marine Marauder, putting on that constant pressure, which is actually required of a Terran these days. Drop is going to be going down into the main, but he will see that the Zealots are there and will try and bypass it. He uses this, the Marauder to slow down the Zealots as much as possible, but the cannon does repel that drop. The drop will more than likely come down and attack in the back. The army of Untitled actually starting to look really scary now. Got a lot of Stalkers, and all he needs to add is more Zealots with that charge upgrade, and just to be able to demolish everything that Redemption has right now. He is supply blocked, but 3 more pylons are on the way, as well as additional gateways soon to be. +2 is on the way, as well as getting that Mobius reactor for his Ghost, whereas the Ghost Academy, he's getting it now. The Ghost will be quite a bit of a pain. Now +1 vehicle or ship weapon, sorry, is on the way, as well as that +2 armor, which I do believe I just said. The gas is going down on at the 3rd, and just deciding to play it safe right here. I don't exactly know what is happening to, not exactly sure when. No, those buildings don't go down. Gets ordered to do something else. I'm confused, but oh well. Now the factory is over here scouting out that pylon, as well as what was that? Okay, so there is a possible drop waiting over here in the top hand side. Untitled does actually have quite a few observers out to be able to scout anything and everything that comes his way, but no, Untitled is max and is looking to do some damage. He's going to push out across the map, but just when that 2-2 finishes, or probably just going to be waiting around for that 2-2, and that charge, the charge finishes, is now getting the Templar Archives to be able to switch into that Storm Tech. Storm Tech is so great. Observer sitting over the armor to be able to see exactly what is happening, but the army of Redemption does not know what he can do. He's actually completely maxed here. A drop more than likely to be coming into the main here. Untitled going to be positioning his army there. He simps forward and does a lot of damage. There's only a few Zealots, but there isn't a whole lot that Zealots can do. That's a lot of Stalkers. The Royals will be able to rip through these Stalkers really quickly. One Colossus goes down, 2 Colossus goes down, and all the Stalkers are fading. Redemption's army is holding. Redemption's army is holding. All 3 Colossus go down. The Vikings do land and kill off 2 additional sentries. More Stalkers are being walked in here. That's actually quite a large number of Marauders. I don't know if Stalkers are the correct move to do here. Redemption deciding to push out across the map. All he needs to what Untitled needs to do here is delay Redemption as long as possible. The landed Vikings will kill off this pylon and probe. Now I was actually surprised that that drop did not go into the main at all. The Templar Archives is now researching that Storm Tech, which is very vital. +3 attack is on the way for our Protoss buddy, as well as getting the personal cloaking for the Ghost, I would assume, and the +2 on the way. The scan does go down and sees that there is 1 Colossus, so those Vikings will be in the air to focus fire it down. The blink is on the way as well, but there's too many. The Vikings just absolutely annihilate all of them. The 2 Colossus spawn right to go into the death ball of the Terran army. Terran army gets really low though, but luckily he does have reinforcements. If he had blink, he'd be able to kill off a lot more of this air, but Redemption will be able to retreat with most of his Vikings with 1 medevac and a few of his forces. The 3rd base is now being mined quite sufficiently. Actually, not really sufficiently. It's quite a low number of SCVs right now, but that doesn't matter. Going to be linking up with his army at the back here. +3 is on the way for Redemption here, getting that bio upgrade, which will be able to do a lot of damage. Now it looks like we're going to be getting in toward the late game. A Ninja Nexus actually going to be going here in the bottom right hand side, and will not be scouted by this factory. Going to be moving out back across the map with his army, deciding, hey, why not, let's put on some more pressure. I got a lot of units still back at home, so let's put on that pressure here. Getting a nuke as well. He has some ghosts, I do believe, in that mix. No ghosts yet, but still that's quite a large number of ghosts. Still a ghost is still a threat. He's taking down the rocks here to the third. Going to be able to probably steer in here and pick off this Nexus. Untitled doesn't actually know where his enemy's army is right now, but he's going to be able to steer in here. He's going to stem in here, and Untitled's army does try and come over. He will perk down and get the Nexus really quickly. No, he doesn't get the Nexus. He hesitates for that short second. If he didn't hesitate, he would have taken down that Nexus, and the Nexus does not go down. He does decide to retreat here with the one medevac that he does have. He can't really heal this army. He's on borrowed time right here. Now the drop still hasn't gone in. Actually, it may have died sometime. I may have missed it. Now the Vikings, they're just doing a bit of a dance in the middle of the map. Redemption is 200 of 200. Just going to be waiting for that 3-3 to be able to do that final blow. He's actually got quite a large number of forces. He's actually got a big number of forces coming to come back and do whatever he can. The fourth base is now taken, but I don't really know what Untitled can do. Untitled is going to be trying to spread out his army, but he doesn't really have the zealots in the front of his army. He's now going to storm. Is he going to storm down? He storms the front of the army. So many Marines die. So many Marines just walk straight into that. The entire army of Redemption is now halved to nothing. The Colossus are going to be taken down really quickly though by the Vikings. All the Marauders are going to be ripping all these Stalkers to shreds. The one water goes down, another one about to go down. All the Stalkers going to be coming in, stimming in here, killing off all the army of Untitled. Untitled trying to war with his more zealots right now. The Colossus is here, but what can the Colossus do? The Colossus is going to get sniped down really quickly. The Colossus isn't being sniped down. They're going to be stimming back and going to be stepping against these zealots. The zealots are going to get killed really quickly. He's going to try and decide to back up here because he lost a lot of forces there. Actually, a lot of them losing a lot of forces, but the entirety of Untitled's army just died. He's going to be whooping in as many units as possible. +3 armor is almost complete, as well as the +3/+3 for Redemption's army. Redemption is going to be resupplying as much as possible with as much as he can. He does have 2 ghosts here to be able to EMP. Those storms were money storms right there, killing off a lot of Redemption's army, but Redemption's army is mainly considered Marauders, and those Marauders are going to be doing so much damage. The factory does in fact see the ninja expand from Untitled here, more than likely going to be doing what he can to kill it off, because Untitled cannot really defend it other than these cannons and maybe a few wall pins. Redemption going to be reinforcing his army here and may push up here. He's now going into Untitled going into Zealot Colossus Archon to be able to face this army. I don't know if that is the best choice of unit composition, but the Zealots will actually rip to shreds a lot of this army that that Redemption has, unless Redemption can get off some great EMPs here to be able to get these Zealots to nothing. But does he have enough Marines? He's got a lot of Marauders, but does he have enough Marines? The scan does go down over here and sees the army of Untitled and decides just to back up here. The 4th base does go down for Redemption, and he will be able to transition from that 1 base economy over to a 2 base economy now that his 3rd is also almost mined out, almost completely mined out, and completely oversaturated by at least 16 SCVs. He does actually now realize that this base is here, going to be sending down his army. Untitled going to be moving out across the map because he does see that the army does move because of the observer that he has. He may actually get into a flanking maneuver here. This is going to be excellent. One medevac actually dies really quickly. Stimson here is going to be able to kill down all of these cannons really quickly. The cannons all die, but without killing quite a few number of his forces. The army of Untitled is going to be coming in here for a flanking maneuver. A cloak does actually happen from Redemption's Ghost. Redemption does try and pick up and go into this main here and get the best engagement that he can. Untitled deciding to back off and take the center of the map. Redemption going to be following him. 200 supply army right here. Shield upgrade is now on the way. EMP did actually go down onto those Zealots. A few Zealots do end up dying, but more units are on the way. Redemption's army is quite low, but he will be maxing up really soon. A base more likely going to be going down over here. One of those Colossus always getting no, massive storm on Redemption's army does end up killing quite a few Marines there. A lot of those Marauders getting quite low. These Marines are just going to be taking so much damage. One of the Colossus almost dies. One more volley from that from that Viking, but the Viking doesn't do it, but there's a massive storm right on top of the entirety of Redemption's army, killing off at least 60% of his army right there. Now Untitled going to be moving up into pushing into Redemption's base. Redemption, what can he do? He does have an EMP, I do believe. No, he doesn't have any. Does he have any ghosts? He lost all of his ghosts, so no EMPs. The army of Untitled does actually have quite low HP, or some of it do. Some of the Colossus do, and the Zealots did lose all their shielding for some time. But the reinforcements are now here. Untitled is 2-2. Going to be retaking his 4th base here in the center of the map. Going to be putting up a proxy pile. Scans go down, seeing exactly what happens when he's shooting down that turret there to be able to do whatever he can, scanning to see exactly what is happening. Going to be engaging the army here. The army is going to be sitting there. A massive storm could actually take that. All the Zealots going to be moving up there around the Zealots to charge in and do a lot of damage. Going to get a good surround. Zealots going to have another wave of charging. They're going to be keeping in here. Stutter step, Colossus so OP. GG. It was called from Redemption. Melbourne High does take game 1. Untitled taking it up 1-0 over Redemption so far. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Wolf. I'll see you guys next time.